Well, welcome to Industry Insights. We are very excited to have Muge with us today. Muge Wood, thank you for joining.
Absolutely. I am excited to spend some time with you today. Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you. It's our pleasure. So I'm Allie Irk. I'm the Associate Director of Graduate Student Career Development here at Lehigh and joined by my colleague.
I'm Christine Russell, and I am the Undergraduate College of Business Liaison in this career and professional development.
Great. So we wanted to start just by learning a little bit more about you. So if you could share a little bit about yourself and what led you into your current role.
Excellent, thank you. So my name is Muge Wood. I am a 1993 MBA graduate of Lehigh, and prior to that I had my bachelor's degree in electrical engineering. I have always been fascinated at the intersection of technology and business in terms of what technology can enable individuals and organizations to be able to achieve. So after graduation from Lehigh, I started my career at Accenture in business process consulting arm. And I was at Accenture for 10 years doing a lot of different projects, gaining a lot of experiences very rapidly, particularly in the chemicals and energy industries. After that, I've transitioned to Microsoft, and I've been with Microsoft for 15 years now. All of the time out of Houston in field sales and support leadership roles for our customers, where we can help our customers realize the benefit of Microsoft Cloud services. So it has been a tremendous trajectory of experiences, and I will say my time at Lehigh has been definitely a catalyst to help me prepare for all those challenges.
And I really appreciate you walking us through your career path. As you know, we have students who are always exploring different opportunities and career paths for themselves. So thinking about the work that you do at Microsoft, what are some of the tech skills that you see that are in demand right now?
Yeah, that's a great question. Microsoft as a company transformed in the past 5 years to be a cloud services company. A lot of what we do is about being able to articulate and help our customers apply the capabilities of Microsoft Cloud services. So that could be Microsoft 365, Azure, Cloud Data Services, the whole plethora of offerings. In terms of the conversations that our customers are most interested in, it's about security, being able to harness the power of insight from large amounts of data, and being able to automate and streamline business processes. So in order to have those conversations and be in the realm of technology, I would say data scientist, architect, security expert type of skills are very much in demand. While I am a huge advocate of Microsoft, I'll also say if any one of our students, graduate or otherwise, spend time in getting certified and going deep in Microsoft Cloud services, AWS and Google, right? Those are some of the top cloud service players. So the more skill we get, all of us, in those areas, the more successful we are going to be. At Microsoft, we're in a continuous learning mode. Every single day we are learning. We refer to it as tech intensity. How can we increase our tech intensity? How can we help our customers also increase their digital skilling? And I think the more we embrace that, the more successful we are going to be.
I couldn't agree more. I think the focus on continued learning is so essential. And I think that students are continuing to develop in their skills, both inside the classroom and outside the classroom as well. So I was wondering if you could explain a little bit about digital transformation and how students can prepare for it.
Yes, great question. So, digital transformation, we hear a lot about it. It's one of those powerful words that come out. So, when we look at digital transformation, we look at it as the ability of organizations to apply technology, process, and culture to solve some of the world's toughest challenges as it relates to their business. And we look at digital transformation as a three-horizon approach for our customers. The first one could be optimizing their current operations. The second one could be expanding in their current markets. And the third one would be creating truly new business models, which is really a lot of the excitement may lie. Each industry, digital transformation means different things to different industries. So as an example, Microsoft has a tremendous agreement with City of Houston. And that is around smart cities. How can we optimize energy consumption and digital skilling in the communities we live in? How can a healthcare institution deliver patient care coordination in a remote manner? So it means different things to different organizations, but ultimately it is really being able to harness the power of technology to address some of our biggest challenges, whether that's sustainability, education, healthcare, process optimization, so much opportunity, which I think is what's exciting in the marketplace for all of us.
Yeah, I love that you shared so many examples. I think the application of technology, particularly in the time period we're living in now, we see it in every sphere, in every aspect. So I know you mentioned you're a huge fan of Microsoft, and
Yes.
that is, your company. I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about what do you want students to know about Microsoft and about the work that you are doing?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, a couple of things. Microsoft's mission is, and I think it's important to really probably personalize and reflect on that. Our mission is to empower every individual and every organization on the planet to achieve more. So that is what we are here for. It is how we apply technology to some of the world's difficult challenges. The other thing I'll say is Microsoft obviously is a technical company. We are in the technology industry. However, in order to have a career at Microsoft, you don't necessarily have to be technical. There is also opportunity for law, HR, finance, marketing type of roles as well. So I would suggest that if there is interest to work at a company like Microsoft, we can look at it beyond technology. Obviously, technology is at the heart of it, but there are also a lot of other business functions that create opportunity for our students. The other thing I'll say is, in addition to the existing curriculum, and Lehigh is a fantastic curriculum for engineering for a lot of disciplines, I would suggest our students to get certified on, as an example, Microsoft Azure services. That really stands out on a resume in a conversation because that shows that the student has shown interest, but also did something about it. So those certifications really stand out, and it could be Microsoft Azure, it could be another technology, but that certifications it really means something in terms of initiative and depth of skills. And lastly, I will say really make your LinkedIn profile strong because that is our professional marketplace where people connect. It's more than a job search tool. It's a place where we can share our thought leadership. It could be a project. It could be a blog. At Microsoft, we are not using resumes necessarily, even though that's an option. When a candidate applies, we bring their LinkedIn profile into the job application instead of a traditional resume, even though resume is always welcome and it provides a level of detail. So I would really advocate for certifications in the realm of technology in particular, and strong LinkedIn profiles with active participation.
So many excellent points there. Truly, like looking into companies and the variety of roles, and just learning to leverage credentials and also your LinkedIn in order to continue to advance in your career is fabulous advice. So I know that sometimes we get student questions. Sometimes they come our way even via email or ahead of time. So Christine, I was wondering if we have any questions, or if anyone who's joining us today has any questions, feel free to also put those in the chat. But Christine, are there any questions that have come your way so far?
Absolutely, yes. So there's one question, and in addition, you had touched on this already about the certifications as well as the classwork. Is there anything else you would recommend students get into to prepare for your type of industry?
Yes. So I think the more hands-on experience we can have, the better it is. As an example, Microsoft hosts a lot of hackathons where individuals can sign up for it to solve a particular business problem with a group of people. I think participation in that manner really helps for hands-on experience, but it also strengthens the resume and the experience credentials to say, you know, I have done something hands-on with this group of people, and here was the output. So I would say technology industry hosts a lot of hackathons. Microsoft is not the only company that does that. I would recommend participating in those. It's not necessarily a huge time commitment. A lot of them can be a couple days, and I think it provides a lot of perspective and experience in a short amount of time.
I couldn't agree more. And I think what's important too is where the students are showing that in addition to the coursework that they're taking, they are spending their time doing those extra things that show their particular interest. You know, everybody has such limited time. So I couldn't agree with you more on that one. So thank you for that. And so what are some trends you're seeing in the tech field currently?
That's a great question. So what we are seeing is that, first of all, corporate cultures are shifting to embrace a growth mindset for everyone to be learners and to embrace the world of remote work. I think we can apply a lot of technology, but without a corporate culture shift, it's difficult to realize the potential of that. And the culture shift, I will give an example that Microsoft has gone through in the past 5 years under our CEO, Satya Nadella, has been to embrace growth mindset. What that means is being open to new challenges, being able to take on new opportunities with a learner's mindset. And that helps tremendously, no matter what discipline we are in, no matter what trends may be coming at us. In terms of a trend perspective, I think there are some timeless concepts that we are seeing a lot of interest in. That is around security, cybersecurity. That is even more important than before in the world that we live in, especially. The importance of being able to get insight from massive amounts of data. We are generating tremendous amount of data in just about any industry. Our ability to ingest, visualize, and draw insight from that data can really create a competitive edge. That is big. And then finally, a lot of our customers rightfully are interested in time to value. We don't have a luxury of multi-year projects necessarily. What can we do in short sprints to bring value to the business? One of the capabilities Microsoft has put forward in the past 2 years that has gotten a lot of positive traction is Microsoft Power Platform. That is a set of capabilities that helps our customers create applications very rapidly to build agile processes. So if you can think of a process that may include checklists, workflow, taking pictures, sending it to people, those kinds of processes are prime candidates for automation and streamlining. And Microsoft Power Platform, as an example, provides the capabilities to do that. And why is that interesting? Because it's easy to do. You don't have to be a developer necessarily. And time to value proposition is tremendous. In about a week, if you know what you want to automate, build, and your data sources, you can create an application. And that is tremendously compelling.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that insight. It's amazing. If there are any other questions, we'll take them at this time. Or if there's anything else you would like to share with us as we have the microphone for all of Lehigh students. We could go from there.
I have one more question actually that I was thinking. We were talking earlier about collaboration and how important it is during this time. We were talking a little bit about that. I was wondering if you could touch on some of the skills that you see as being important beyond some of those technical skills and the types of things we were talking about. What else do you think students should articulate about themselves with regards to their skills when they're thinking of, advancing and moving forward in the process?
That's a great question, because I think an individual can be a super technical genius, right? Let's assume that for a moment. But if we are unable to collaborate, communicate, and lead, the impact of those skills is compromised. So we always, I think, talk about that, and Lehigh, I think, does a great job of providing opportunity to cultivate those skills. The ability to communicate, collaborate is just so important, especially in a setting like this where we are remote. So the emotional intelligence, conflict resolution, being able to adapt styles to diverse set of approaches, personalities, becomes really important. As an example, if someone has a fantastic idea but not able to communicate greatly versus someone having an okay idea but they are able to communicate more impactfully, probably their idea will get more attention. So I would say, we all need to push ourselves to get comfortable with public speaking. I know that can create anxiety. It creates anxiety still for me, even though I've done it a lot of times. I think we have to push ourselves to be on the stage, even practice with our peers at times. So the communication, written, verbal communication, and ability to collaborate, coalesce people around the common purpose becomes really important. Also, the other thing is, what we find is you don't have to be a manager to lead. Everyone can lead, and we are expected to lead. You could be leading your customers to a new set of vision and solutions. We could be leading our community. We could be leading our peers. So having that leadership mindset and taking responsibility for deriving impact within our abilities becomes really important and a big differentiator.
And absolutely. I think you hit on so many important points of, having communication skills and developing those, being a leader, having a strong work ethic, certainly leading by example in whatever situation you find yourself in. So I think that was excellent points that you made. So really appreciate this time that you spent with us and sharing your insights and your expertise. It's really fabulous to hear all that you had to share about your own background and about your work.
Thank you. It's absolutely my pleasure. We made a great connection today. I would love for our connection to persist. So if from our audience, live or recorded, if anybody wants to reach out to me via LinkedIn, I am happy to chat one-on-one, talk more, answer questions, help out where possible. We are one network, and I know I will learn from you as you may learn from me. So looking forward to your success, and I'm very confident and optimistic, even in those extraordinary times, that we can make an amazing difference, and you already are probably.
Yes, thank you so much. It never ceases to just impress me, the power of the Lehigh Alumni Network, and I'm so proud to be a part of it myself, and just really appreciate so much you and all of our wonderful alum who really take time to keep being active in the Lehigh community. It's really wonderful.
Absolutely. Thank you. My pleasure. And thank you for the opportunity.